What's up, beautiful people? This is going to focus on April and what to expect from that energy. Okay. So, this is part of my tarot forecast for 2024. You can watch this month for free. This is a deep dive, and we talk about what energies to expect and how to work with them. The forecast also includes a deep dive into your sun, moon, rising, your Venus, your Mars, all of your natal chart placements are in that. We also have a deep dive for each month for the year ahead. We talk about the numerology for the year ahead. We have pick-a-piles and yes and no questions. So there's a lot included, but I wanted to give this one out for free because I just really felt that this message was really good. And it also gives a good sort of understanding of what to expect from this offering. Okay. So I hope you like it. And yeah, you can find that information below if you're interested and want to download it. Okay. I love you. Ciao. Ooh. What's up? Okay. Let's jump into April. So, April, I'm going to start with the numerology. April is the fourth month. So that is 4 plus 8. So that brings us to 12. And then 12 is 1 plus 2, and that brings us to 3. So the notes that I have here, and again, my numerology is taken from a lot of different concepts, ideas. I'm just telling you, when I was looking at this number and sitting with it, this is what intuitively was coming through for me. You can also look up these numbers. There will definitely be some overlap with what I described, but you could find other interpretations. But the numerology that I'm working with, when I feel into the number 3 that we're working with for April, I'm feeling into like loyalty and trust, because we're looking at the people around us and we're thinking, who can I really trust? It's interesting because our card is the Page of Cups, and this can also be a card of getting tricked. So, can I trust this person? Is this a good golden cup, or is there a dirty little fish in it? It's like, why do I get the cup with the fish and everyone else gets a cup full of wine or a cup full of kombucha or whatever floats your boat? But it's like, some people dress things up. They get all razzle dazzle because they try to like trick you into doing something, or they want to convince you to do something. So, can you trust this person? Is this person loyal to me, or is this person trying to get something from me? Now, I don't want you to get paranoid, but with the number 3, you are looking at loyalty, you are looking at trust, and we're looking at who we can expand with, because when we can be in full trust, we can lean into expansion. Sorry, I'm just going to time this again because I forgot to start this. Yeah, so you can lean into trust. You can lean into expansion. So this is going to be coming up for us through April for sure, which makes sense because now we're also moving through, what season are we in April? We're going to Taurus season, I believe. April, May is Taurus, right? Yeah. So we're going to be planting seeds. We're going to be looking at foundations. We're going to be building. And where are we planting our seeds? Can we trust these people? Can we trust this company? Can we trust this garden? Can we trust this friendship? Like, do I want to continue to invest into it? I already know 1,000 people are going to ask me where I got this sweater, because every time I post something with it, everyone's asking. It's Jacquemus. Okay. So there you go. This and the pink one, they're both the same brand. Okay. I love him. So yeah, this is an opportunity for us to lean into that. What else do I have here for 3? Wisdom, spirituality. So we need to trust that if we put our trust into the wrong people, it's because there's something to learn there that is making us wiser. But we also need to know that if we are feeling, I don't know if I can trust this person because this seems similar to something I've already experienced in the past. And this is kind of bringing up not like a triggered emotion in me, but just like a familiarity and like, I've seen this before. I need to pay attention to this. And that is also where the wisdom of the 3 comes into play, because 3 is also connected to community and connection. And if you think of the 3rd house in astrology, it's Gemini. So it's ideas, it's conversations, but Geminis can lie. And Geminis sometimes, like, they don't even realize they're lying, or they get so into the story and they're talking about something and they're adding all of this extra oomph to the story. They're over exaggerating because it makes the story better. It expands the creative space of the story, and it allows for a better story sometimes. So like that overemphasis on some things, sometimes those things don't necessarily mean that they're fully true. So it's like, can we really believe everything that this person's saying? I would say through April, like take it with a grain of salt, you know? I wouldn't be surprised if Mercury would be going retrograde. I don't have my I didn't have my like notes here for the astrology. If you have the astrology calendar, which you would have gotten with the bundle, then go and take a look there. But I believe Mercury, whatever, we don't need to get into that. Anyways, I just think that around, probably April, May, we're going to be starting to reflect, reassess, and rethink about these things based off these cards. So I wouldn't be surprised if something important was going retrograde at that time. I also have good luck. This is a number of luck. 3 is a number of luck. I love the number 3. 33 is my favorite number for whatever reason. 33 also equals 6, and my birthday is 6/6. So 3s have always been exciting for me. But 3 is good luck. 3 is spirituality. 3 is also like getting deeper into your spiritual practice and expanding in that way. So definitely lean into that energy in April. Okay. So now we're looking at this page of cups. Okay, I'm going to let the page of cups support this conversation, absolutely. But what I want to look at, like we just did before, is our challenges and our opportunities. Okay, they really want to talk about this page of cups. So we're going to talk about this for a second. The page of cups is also an offer, and they really want to emphasize this. It's an offer that will allow you to tap deeper into your inner child. And when we're in a space of flow and expression of our inner child, we're excited about life. We're creative, we're fun, we're full of ideas. We're not in a space where we say something and someone's going to shut it down, or we want to express ourselves and someone tells us to shut up, or know your place, or get over there, or you're too much, or I can't handle this right now, or whatever it is. Because like that is what we've gone through as children at one time or another. That's what we've experienced in school, in society. Like we are all deeply traumatized in some way. So it's like, that's just life. You know what I mean? And a lot of that happens in childhood. So we start shutting down parts of ourselves. So I do want to look at the positive aspects of this page of cups. And this is like, the page is the youngest energy in the royal family of the tarot. You could say we have a page, knight, queen, king. So the page is the child. And like, look at how, like this guy, you know, I'm getting the vibe that he was just like out in the water, on the beach, whatever. He found a cup and he's like, let me see if I can go fishing with this cup. And then he caught a fish. And now he's sitting here and he's like, oh my God, look at me. Like, see the little smirk on his face? He's like, I can't believe I caught a fucking fish. This is so fun. It's like, what am I going to do with the fish? Oh my God, we're both in blue. This is so cute. What am I going to do with the fish? It's like, what can I do? I want to name him Squishy, and you will be my Squishy, and Squishy you will be. It's like that fun, loving shit. You know what I mean? So do that. Have fun in April. It's like when we have fun, we meet better people. Our vibration is better. We're attracting more creativity. We're attracting more fun into our lives because we're living it. So it's like, this is going to be a really good time for us to like get creative also. Again, if we're moving through Taurus season, then it's like we're coming out of Aries, right? We're going, sorry, I'm like, I get so confused sometimes. We're going from March into April. And then in April, we go into May, and then May we go into June. Exactly. So we are from Aries, which is the child of the zodiac, which I love, Aries and Gemini. Aries, because it's the firstborn zodiac. So Aries is the child. So this is like lean into the childlike joy. And if you know an Aries, they're down for fucking anything at any time. They just want to get involved. They want to do it and they want to go now. It's like, I don't even need to pack a fucking bag. We're going now. So it's like, just get impulsive in a good way, in a healthy, safe way. But if you're feeling like, I want to take a road trip this weekend, go. If you're feeling like, I want to take this class, go. Do it. Get creative, get fun, and let that part just be free. Now, the other thing is that Gemini energy. Gemini is the zodiac because it's the twins and it's the young brainstorming creative ideas. And like, so there's going to be a lot of fun conversations. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for that. And I think it's really important that like we do start leaning into that playful energy. Now, what's also exciting about playful energy, again, is creative energy. And to bring it full circle to what I was saying a moment ago, when we look at Taurus season is ruled by Venus, and Venus is all about creativity and all about expression and just love and receiving. And it's like, we want to be received in our natural state. And our natural state really is that inner child state. Like if you grew up in a space that supported your inner child expression, your creative ideas and your like crazy quirks and all these things, instead of in a society that tried to like turn you into something that benefits the society, like if you were in that natural state, you would still be in that natural state now, but you would just have more money. You know what I mean? It's like, you'd still be a kid, you'd just be rich and older. It's like, so that's where we're all trying to get back to, because that's where we find true flow. And in flow, we find service. And in service, we find financial abundance. And this is what we dive deep into in that money manifestation workshop. So definitely watch that, okay? Because like, there's so much about what I just said in that, and we go so deep. It's an amazing workshop. Okay, so this Page of Cups, boom. Oh my God, bitch. Page of Wands with literally a child on it. And the Wands is all about taking action. Look at this little bitch. Or you know what, excuse me. Look at this tiny little girl. Like she's too young. She's too young to say the B word. She is so cute. She's having fun. She's got a little smile on her face. She's running around. And it's like, the other thing that we have here is the 5 of Coins reversed that fell out with it. Like, we don't need to be in this dark, dismal. It's like they can have fun. Creative expression is for them. They get to do it. They get to have their say. They get to say their opinion. It's not for me. I'm not allowed to take up space. Nah, she's taking up space. Look at her. She's running outside with a stick. She's smacking anyone in the head who says she can't take up space. And that Page of Wands is fire energy. And what do we just talk about? Aries is the child. This Lil is the child who's running around just, you can't do that. Don't tell me, because I'm gonna do it. And then she's gonna poke you and she's gonna run the other way. Like that's the energy that we want, okay? So April, fun. And sometimes, again, to bring full circle, when we have fun, we start connecting with people, other people start to see our shine. Other people start to see our glitter. And they're just like, I need some of that. And this is where it gets dangerous. Because this is where you get people who don't want to be inspired by your shine to find their own shine. They want to take your shine for themselves. And that is where we need to begin to discern. So in April, when you're in your motherfucking flow and you're looking good and you're looking cute and everyone's saying, you look good, you smell good. I love that fucking sweater, bitch. Where'd you get that? Oh, this, okay. It's like, do you want to come shopping with me? Or do you want to steal the fucking sweater off my back because you have some like weird insecurities, scarcity mindset? It's like, this is when we are in flow. My meditation teacher, Donald Church, who literally taught me so much. He opened me up. He was my mentor for 2 years. I would visit him twice a week. He said, your light will attract all of the bugs, not just the ones you want. So keep that in mind, bitch. Your light will attract the people who are so desperate to have what you have, and they don't see their own potential in getting there. They don't see that this is available to them, because this is available to all of us, okay? And this is a really interesting setup now that I'm actually sitting here. Because I have this on one side, which is this deep, dark, I am trapped. This is a 5 of Coins. This is not a nice card. This is about like, I am not healthy in the mind, the spirit, the body. I am without. I am in scarcity. I am in fear. I am in lack. And because of that, what happens? We go into survival mode. People don't make decisions from a heart space when they're in survival mode. And the setup that I have here is these people in survival mode will see you fucking shining. And trust me, I've literally experienced this firsthand so many times. These people will see you shining. And this, listen to what I'm about to say, because I've also experienced this firsthand. This can be family. This can be your best friend who you thought was your best friend of 10, 15 years. When you change and you start to expand and you realize that other people around you need you to stay in the old version of you, because that's the version of you that they can accept, that they can control, that they don't feel insecure around. When these people show up, they start to try to convince you to take some of this, some of your freedom. Look, you're over here shining and you are running towards them. See how the direction of these cards even? She is running towards them. Like, guys, come play. Look at how amazing this is. I'm doing the inner work. I'm expressing myself. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling sexy. I am healthy in my mind, my body, my soul. Come play with me. Come play with me. Come play with me. But these people, they'll pretend to play, okay? And they'll sit here and they'll tell you what you want to hear, and they'll try to convince you that they're ready, and they'll do all this shit. But behind them, their shadow looks like this. And this needs time. This needs serious fucking work. I have been here, bitch. We've all been here. This is not easy to get out of. That's why it's called hard work. That's why we are the 2% of people in the fucking entire population of 7 billion who are sitting here doing this work and finding better flow and finding abundance and finding all this shit. That's why you are here, because you don't want to be here anymore. Everyone wants this. You have this available to you. Even these people want this. You've been here and you are here now. And some of these people don't want to do the work. So they're going to try to trick you into getting you to either give them yours or to try to take it from you. Listen to what I'm about to say. If you fall into the trap, at some point you will wake up, at some point you will leave, and you will begin to become whole again, and you will fill yourself back up. Once you find this, this is what the other beautiful thing is about spirituality, consciousness, expansion, ascension. Once you find this, it can't be taken from you again. We are born with this. We go into this point at some place. We then feel into an invitation, and some of us can meet that invitation with this energy, and we can begin to dance, and others want to, but this shadow continues to take and take and take, and that is where we find like a dissonance, like the resonance is not right. So when you find this energy, hold it, harness it, incorporate it, live it, love it. This can momentarily be taken from you. Not taken from you. This can momentarily be forgotten again when you get tricked by the people who don't want to do it themselves. They want to take it for themselves. And when you snap out of it and realize and you clear that, I'm telling you right now, you will come back to this space. So don't be too hard on yourself if you fall into the trap, or if what I'm explaining to you has already happened to you, because I would bet dollars to donuts. I don't know why I just said that. That's something my dad used to say. I would bet dollars to donuts that we've all been here, and then we've all been here, especially if you're here watching this, like you're someone who's like part of this community. So like, thank you for actually doing the fucking work. Like, if you've been here, you've definitely been here, and you know these people. And sometimes they'll bring you back here. But surprise, bitch, I'm always coming back. You know what I mean? And that's when we're like, oh shit, I forgot who I was for a quick fucking second. Thank you for reminding me that I'm not any of this, and I'm on my way out. Okay? So cheers to that, bitch. Ching, ching. Cheers today. Okay. I'm loving this segment. I think I'm going to actually ask my team to crop out this whole chunk and just throw it on YouTube so that everyone can hear this. And then they can see what the 2024 forecast is all about, bitch. Great little promo right in there, ain't it? What is this one? This is April, right? Yeah. April deep dive promo. Boom. What is that up to? Okay, whatever. We're fine. Love that. Sorry, it's like in the back of my mind, I always have my little like entrepreneur thing sitting here, just being like, "That's pretty good. You should use that." I'm like, "Yeah, I should." Okay. Also, this is just helpful information that people should need, but okay, what are we doing? We have the Hangman reverse. We have a 10 of coins reverse. We got the Knight of Wands reverse. We got a lot of cards here, but I'm going to take the top two. I also want to look at the challenges. This one's going to go a little bit over the 20 minutes for sure, because we went on a fucking rant for that part. But we are going to dive into clarifying these cards. We are going to do extra cards here so that we can dive deeper. We're going to look at the challenges. We're going to look at the opportunities. We have some more oracle cards, and then we're going to do a 5-card pick a pile, yes or no, rapid fire. Okay, so if you have questions, get your questions ready for April, because we're doing a yes and no rapid fire. Now, let's proceed. 7 of Cups. We're going to have a lot of options. We're going to have a lot of confusion potentially. So if you're feeling confused, then just disengage, back out, okay? If you're noticing 10 of coins reverse, which is, this is not bringing me what I need financially, mentally, physically, emotionally. This is not giving me what I need. I'm investing, and this is not creating a foundation that I enjoy, that I like, that I want to be a part of. Like, I just don't enjoy this. Like, that Hangman reverse is saying, it's time to go, girl. Like, I'm so sorry, but like, you've got to go. You can't be here, stuck here doing this shit. Like, what are you doing? It's like, no, it's just time to get the fuck out of here. So definitely lean into like just releasing what is not yours. Because remember, when we move into Taurus season, we're planting seeds. And if you're planting the wrong seeds, then you're going to grow the wrong shit. Or you're going to find that there's a lot of weeds around it, or you shouldn't have done that, or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is definitely an opportunity for us to be like weeding the garden. Okay, let's get one card for challenges, please, and one card for opportunities. One card for challenges. Okay, challenges, judgment. The challenge is to allow the reset to take place, because a lot of us don't want to let go of people, projects, things that we know aren't good for us, the things that we know are keeping us out of that childlike flow. Maybe you feel responsible for people. Maybe you feel attached to people. Maybe you feel codependent on people. Maybe you feel like, oh my God, but this is my best friend. Do you know how many times? Well, actually not that many times, but I would say twice for sure. One of them was like my best friend, twin flame, stole 10 grand from me. Bye. And like, I can't even get into all the other shit that happened. Like, oh my God. So yeah, that like, no. Do you know how hard that was for me to let them go? I had like 4 placements in Cancer. I was just like, how am I supposed to let this person go? I just moved you here. I gave you a job. I did all these beautiful things for you. I'm trying to support you. I'm trying to love you. I'm pouring so much into this. And it's just like, I couldn't do it anymore. So it's like, at some point you have to pull the plug. I've had to do that with family. I've had to do that with friends. I've had to like, it sucks. I know, but like, you will be free after it. So the challenge is to allow yourself to go through the rebirth, okay? The challenge is to allow yourself to go through the death and the rebirth, and to just release what is not yours, okay? Sorry, the camera's doing some weird laggy things, so I want to almost stop this and then come back. I'm gonna actually stop this and you guys won't even notice. Give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry, I had to restart my computer because it was being weird. The challenge, okay. The challenge is, remember, to reset. The opportunity, this card just flipped over, is the 10 of Wands reverse, which I love. The opportunity is to drop all the shit that's weighing us down. Okay, this is the 10 of Wands. Look at how much this person is carrying. Expectations, obligations, all of the bullshit that we think we need to do, that we feel like we have to do, the shoulda, woulda, coulda, blah, blah, blah. It's like, we don't need to be doing that anymore. We don't want to do it anymore. This is also emotional baggage. This is the fear that we carry, the anxiety that we carry. So when this is upside down, it's like, it's time for us to just let it go. And that's the opportunity for us right now, is like, let it go, tap into that inner child and just play, experience flow, experience life in a new way. This is an opportunity for us to like get into a better state of being by exploring the possibilities that are there and available for us. And we get so stuck in the same routines over and over and over. So like, and I get it. I've been there. We've all been there. And I still go through that sometimes, for sure. It's like, it comes in waves, it comes in cycles, but like, oh my God, I have versatility reversed. The issue is that we are not allowing for versatility. The issue is that we are not allowing for flexibility. The issue is that when the universe is saying to you, this clearly is not fucking working, why are you holding on to it? April is going to be showing us those things. And those can be people, those can be ideas, those can be habits, responsibilities. It could be how we're spending our money, how we're expressing ourselves, how we're investing our time, our energy. Like these things are all related to Venus, how we show up in relationships, what we want from relationships, how we need to adapt, and how we need other people to also adapt. And like with the investments, with the money, with the time, with the energy, that's all connected to the Taurus energy, which is us building foundations and planting seeds. So like when we are not versatile, when we don't let ourselves be versatile, and if you also want to think about versatility, that is our natural state of being. Oh my gosh, the symbols, these have astrology in them too. This is Sun in Gemini, and we talked about the Gemini energy so much already. Gemini energy. We need to be flexible. This is the number 3. We need to be flexible. We need to be allowing. Sorry, number 3 is connected to Gemini. That's why I was like, we need to be allowing the flexibility. We need to think outside the box. We need to see that there's other options, that there's other possibilities for us, and we need to allow ourselves to go into that. That is our natural flow state. Okay. If you look at the earth, if you look at the world around you, energy is always in motion, which means what? It is not stuck. It is not stagnant, which means what? It is flexible and versatile. We are flexible and versatile by nature. Think of how adaptable you are. Think of how adaptable we are as a collective and what we've gone through after the pandemic, after all of the bullshit, after just everything that you've been through. Think of how much you are adapting to the world around you so that you can not only survive, but you can thrive. And the thriving comes from leaning into adaptability. So when I see a 10 of Wands reverse, I'm thinking drop the bullshit and lean into the flexibility, okay? The other thing that I have here is indecision. Indecision beside generosity reversed. So like when we are indecisive, the universe cannot be as generous to us, generosity in reverse. When we are indecisive, the universe cannot be as generous to us as it wants to be, because the universe wants you to succeed. The universe wants you to be in your natural state of joy and love and abundance and flow. And if you, and I understand there's privilege, there's socioeconomic issues. Like I'm not trying to discount anybody's experiences. There's also people who have very real disabilities. There's like, I get it. I understand that. I work with whatever. I've gone through enough life experience and I've worked with enough deaf and disabled communities to understand. And I've contributed to the queer community, to the BIPOC community in different ways, volunteering, being associated, being included, not as an individual who is obviously BIPOC, but being there to support. It's like, I get it. I've seen all the layers and all the bullshit and all the privilege and all of the limitations. But at some point, we need to also take responsibility for how much we feed into the limitations and allowing these limitations to take our power. And there is always a way to wiggle through. There is always a way to figure out how to get through that system. It may take a lot longer for some people. It may seem completely impossible, but it isn't. And it isn't because our natural state is abundance and flow and joy. And also, abundance looks different to everybody. And abundance for one person might be $10 million, and abundance for another person might be $200. And that's totally fine. This is not like, don't get fixated on some of the words I'm using. What we're looking at is the vibration. And the vibration of abundance can be an abundance of time, of free time, an abundance of health and wealth and peace, abundance of peace. Maybe someone just wants to disconnect and live off the grid, and that is still abundant. It's abundant in their way for what they need to be in their natural flow state. And our natural flow states all look different. So like, there is a natural flow state for you that feels right for you. And in that space, generosity of all kinds flows effortlessly towards you, okay? You cannot receive that generosity if you are constantly in a space of indecision and you're not being versatile to allow yourself to let go of this type of bullshit. Stop investing your time, energy, and money into the things that don't work for you. Stop carrying all the bullshit that you don't need Hangman reverse, don't stay in these situations. Don't stay stuck in these situations. Cut yourself loose and walk out. Judgment, rebirth, renewal. And this Page of Wands is saying all that rebirth and renewal comes from your flow, your inner expression. So that is what you need to be looking at. That is what you need to be leaning into this month. And this is where you need to start planting the seeds, because this month is all about planting the seeds. Taurus season is all about planting the seeds. But before we plant the seeds, we need to know what direction we want to move in, okay? So use this energy this month to lean into that. The Oracle card, I have 2 Oracle cards, and then we're going to do the rapid fire yes and no questions. Okay. Oracle card, Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. This and that are true. I want to pull one more. What I'm feeling for this, it's like, yes, maybe it is true that you've been through some bullshit. Maybe it is true that you have these limitations. Maybe it is true that you have certain traumas and fears and anxieties. Maybe it is true that you're from a shitty family. Maybe it is true that you have all these financial restraints. Maybe it is true that you have a family you need to take care of. But you know what else is true is that there are other possibilities for you to express yourself. There are other ways for you to be who you are. There are other ways for you to tap into what is meant for you. There are other ways around these obstacles. There are other ways to think, to perceive, to flow, to move, to adjust and adapt. And in the other truth, everything I just listed is true. And everything I said before that is true. Maybe you do come from a crazy fucking family and an oppressive society, and you've been shoved into a corner and nobody fucking cares about you. Well, I care about you, and there are people who care about you. And that is also another truth. So you will be empowered by, and you will attract more of where you put your focus. And do you want to focus on truth A, which is you have been a victim, you come from all this bullshit, you have all these limitations, or do you want to come into a new space where you focus on truth B, which is I can make a fucking change, and I'm going to. And it's possible for me. And if it's been possible for me this whole time and I didn't see that, then I'm just going to give myself compassion because I was unaware. And now I'm fucking aware and I'm going to make the change. Okay. The other Oracle card, I love this, is the number 20, which reduces to a 2, which is all about choice. This and that are true. Dolphin Spirit. If you want to look more at the Dolphin Spirit, I invite you to. Cirrus. This is a comet, I believe. Ceres. Nurture. We're talking about the garden. We're talking about blooming. We're talking about weeding out all of the shit. Where your attention goes, energy flows. So what reality, what truth are you nurturing? Are you going to continue to nurture the truth that you're stuck, that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve it, that you can't do it, that it's not for you? Or are you going to nurture the truth that you can fucking create whatever you want to create? Okay. So you get to choose where you nurture that energy. You get to choose where your attention goes. You get to choose where your energy flows. And it's easier said than done. That's why I'm here, to literally support you on this fucking path, because I've been through it and it's still difficult for me. I'm not going to fucking sit here and be like, oh, just because I pulled myself out, just because I like whatever. It's like, who gives a shit about any of those things? I still go through this same shit because healing and ascension is cyclical. It is spiralic. So we always come back to the same shit, but we are better equipped, more educated. We have higher perspective. We have a more ascended consciousness, and we know how to deal with it in a different way, and we can move through it faster and easier. And then we move on because we're flexible. We remain flexible, and we know, oh shit, I'm bouncing back into this energy. I'm going to see it for what it is, and I'm going to take myself the fuck out of it. So this is what we get to do. But you only get to do that when you use your energy intentionally. So where's your attention going? What are you nurturing? Which truth are you nurturing? Okay. We are going to dive into the yes and no rapid fire. So let's get our questions ready in our minds. You can come back to these in April, of course, when you are actually in April and you're looking for some clarity. You can use these anytime also, like do whatever the fuck you want. There's no rules, babe. Okay, we need 5 cards. We've got 5 questions. If you need more time, you can pause. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. This will be number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm not even going to touch them. If you want to pause, if you want to take a look, if you want to ask a question, now's your time. Here we go. Pile number 1. Yes. With collaboration with other people. This is a 4 of Wands. I feel like whatever you're thinking about has the opportunity to build something with the community or in the community, or using maybe people within your network, within your community to collaborate with. This feels very collaborative. This also feels very foundational. So I feel like there needs to be, the foundation we need to set. We need to make sure we've got all of our ducks in a row. This is definitely an opportunity to establish something or establish yourself in new ways. Some of you may also want to change something in the home. Maybe you're moving, maybe you just want to fix something up or redecorate in some capacity, because I feel like there's an element also of the internal changes that are happening. There's going to be an external reflection of that that will either help or that will soon show up. Okay. Pile number 2. I want to say no. I'm going to pull one clarifier for this. Yeah, I want to say that there's something about this that looks like a no. There's something about this that looks like it doesn't necessarily work. And the reason I say that is because I have a 4 of coins reversed. Sorry, there's somebody looking in my door. I have a 4 of coins reversed. So I want to say no, and the but is with this Knight of Coins that like there's either something better that's coming, or if you're noticing, if you're thinking about walking away from something because it's not feeling great, then I would say yes, walk away from it, because no, it doesn't feel great, and no, it's not going to bring you what you need. I feel like there's an element of freedom here. Again, flexibility, expression, like liberation is what I'm feeling. So like wherever you can liberate yourself, wherever you can lean deeper into planting a seed in a new way, I feel like there's also maybe some learning, school, like there's something about it's not ready. I don't think it's going to happen in the previous environment, or something about the environment needs to change so that this does happen. But like with the Knight of Coins, it's a slow, steady build. This is not something that's going to be rushed. This is not something that you can force. This is not something that's going to happen overnight. But with a Knight of Cups, or a Knight of Coins, like I do see that there's potential there, but there's something about it's really important. The environment, the people, the energies that are surrounding whatever it is that you're building. Okay. So slow down. There's no rush. Number 3, I would say no, or it's going to be delayed, or it's not ready yet. I have an Ace of Coins reverse. I do, again, feel like there's something that's a little unclear about it, or maybe if you were to start it right now, it wouldn't bring the level of wealth. I feel like you would feel later that's a little bit of a waste. So if there's something that you can change about it, this could also be, there should be more focus on what you want to pull your energy or your money or your attention off of, or where you want to pull your investments out of. Because with an Ace of Coins, I definitely see that there's an opportunity for expansion, but there's something about it that's not ready yet. Maybe you're still just waiting for the answer to show up, or you're waiting for some sort of green light, or there's like this delayed, like it could be coming, but whatever you're in right now doesn't feel like it's working, or it's going to work in the way that it could. So there's something delayed about that. So maybe it's not a no 100% overall for the whole idea, but it's definitely like a not right now, I'm feeling. Okay. Number 4. Yes. Do it 100%. Whatever you're thinking. This magician is a mastermind. You have access to the knowledge, the resources, the stamina, the skill set, the passion, the drive, the excitement. It's like, this feels super. I feel like you need to also like meditate on this more. You need to attract more instead of chasing. I feel like this is an opportunity to really lean into the skill sets that are outside of like our 3D skill sets, outside of like, what can I do and how can I get it done? It's more about like calling it in, manifesting it through like intention and holding the energy and the emotions in your body like you already have it, and like that type of level of work I think is going to really help you. Also a Gemini and a Virgo could be super helpful, but this, I feel like there's also maybe a new teacher coming in for you, or somebody who's like wise and could maybe help you, help guide you. So maybe you want a coach or somebody that can help you navigate this conversation, like a lawyer or somebody who's like could help you support this. But like, yeah, I would say yes. There's definitely like magic that could happen here. It's the magician. and number 5. Okay, I want to say yes, but it's the death card. So I feel like yes, but something about it is changing. Something about it needs to be like something about this has come to maturity, like it has come to completion. Whether it feels mature or not, I feel like there's something about this level of it that you are completing, that you are like so ready to move on from. And I feel like there could also be, let me pull one clarifier for this. Yeah, I have an Ace of Wands here reversed. There could also be a delay with like, oh, but I want to get into it. I want to start it now. But right now, you need to be focused on what you want to not be doing, who you don't want to be collaborating with, which environments you want to leave. You want to be looking at the release, the transformation, the deep diving into also clearing out any emotional or energetic or psychological blocks that have you stuck in this mindset of like scarcity or you're not good enough. I'm also hearing like imposter syndrome or like I lack the skills. I'm feeling like other people who have less skills than you are doing the same job and making way more money, but you're not putting yourself out there enough or something like that. Or if you start taking action in this way, you could find a lot of success, but like for whatever reason, you don't and you can't because like there's fears or something like that. So this is you're going through some transformation right now. I don't think you need to rush it. I also have an Ace of Wands here reversed. So it's like the green light will come. You'll know when the time is right, but like don't rush something just because you want to do it and your ego is like tricking you into thinking it has to happen now because it's like that's not the fucking vibe. Give yourself a break. This is like Scorpio energy, you know, it's like this is death and transformation. You could also have some like taxes or money things that maybe issues you need to sort out, or just documentation, stuff like that. So yeah, okay, that's that. Let's get into May. Okay, let's get into May.